Welcome to the Moment of Clarity podcast. I'm Nate.
I'm Jared.
I'm Jacob. Tune in as we break down the topics of life.
All right, we live. All right, so today we're bringing a special guest. We got Kyndra, and she is a rising comedian out of Atlanta, coming today to bring us laughs and joy. And we got a couple of questions because we want to know how to become a comedian as well. So first off, I got a couple of questions for you, and I know our team does. What got you started into being a comedian? When did you feel like, I'm ready to go ahead and try to take this leap?
So what actually got me started? So I've been funny since day one, meaning like the first time I came out of my mother's womb, like an hour into being born, I've been funny. Okay. So that was age 0. All right. So with 1972, age 0. So with all that being said, guys, I was not born in 1972. Come on, now, if I was born in 1972, I would have been married to rapper of the game. Babe, look, I'm tired of shouting you out. I'm tired of shouting you out. Every single podcast I go to, respond back to, and I'm pointing at you. Respond back to my DM I sent you on April 19th at 1:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, doggone it. So listen, if anybody on this podcast or anybody out there, because I know y'all got like 100,000 listeners because y'all just popping like that.
102,000.
Okay, well that's even better. That's even better.
Counting.
But for me personally, when it came with comedy, like I never tried. Like I actually went through a series of unfortunate events trying to figure out like what was it that I really wanted to be in life and everything else. And the first thing I said was, I want to be a chef. And it wasn't until I realized like that I hate math, and I was failing math like damn near every year in school, right? Like you know how there's some kids out there who are in second grade reading like on a 6th grade reading level. Well, I was in second grade reading on a pre-K level. Okay, I know for a fact my mother was so tired of showing up at the school with a new wig. Is that Miss Crump or is that Shaka Khan? Like who is that? We still don't know to this day. Like y'all, they try to put me on hooked on phonics, but it didn't work. I was just hooked on stupid. Okay. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I was so surprised I didn't ride a short bus. I was so serious.
What? That's hard to believe.
You would think, guys, I'm not lying. Like I really do. Like there are some things I'm sometimes I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary. Okay, I don't know why. I really wish that I could. Like there are some kids that are just really smart, and these kids are bad. You know, it was always the bad kids. So I tried being bad to see what like the whole hype was about. Maybe if I'm like that Dennis the Menace, and I will actually have like a 4.0 GPA. Let me go to the bad kids club. Child, I was just bad, and I still was dumb. So I just did not like it, but I'm a lot better now. I can hold a conversation. I'm smart where it counts. I know the difference between TO, TWO, and TOO, the other one. Okay, I know the difference between those three. Okay,
Yeah, you functioning.
Some people don't know the difference. I'm like, bro, like, and you trying to talk to me, and you don't even know the difference between this. And I give people a pass the first time, but when it keeps on happening, you a repeat offender, bro. Don't talk to me. Okay, it's like I can't get with it. It's like it just makes me wonder, like if you don't know the difference between those three and the same thing is there, I'm like, it's a reason why your teeth look like the New York state line. Okay, look, it's a reason why your teeth are throwing up gang signs, East Coast versus West Coast. I don't understand. I just got my braces off. What was your excuse? Oh well, Kyndra, we got bills to pay. Like if you can't set money aside every 2 weeks or every week or month that you get paid, you can't set. It's called a savings account, people. Why you always in my DMs asking me for money and you trying to holler at me? Go holler at the WIC office. They're gonna find you a job. Back to the story. So my ADHD be kicking in, y'all. I'm sorry. So the next thing I said was I wanted to be a basketball player, and it wasn't until I realized, like, because I actually had hoop dreams, like 70% of my childhood growing up, I always had a basketball goal. Always had a basketball goal. I was always accessible to one, right? Because I grew up a tomboy. I played basketball, football, baseball, anything ending in the word ball except men's balls, but I play with them now. Holla. Anyway, because you know what's so crazy? Like in high school, I really had wanted, I really wanted to be like popular and having a boyfriend for every day of the week and having a girlfriend because people in high school be fake bisexual. Like I wanted to be hot commodity. Ain't nobody was checking for me except the ones that look like Shreks, like those ogre looking type dudes. I'm like, they be the ones that have the most confidence. I'm like, bro, look at you and look at me. Okay, you a 2. Find you another 2. And if God likes you enough, 2 plus 2 is what, 4? And if he still kind of likes you, I guess 2 times 2 is 4. That means he really don't like you. But listen, just find somebody who's a little bit upper your number grade level. Come on now. I'm not the best looking woman in the world. I'm not the worst looking woman in the world. Somebody out there thinks I look like a squirrel with a trash bag wrapped around my head. But guess what? Children find me attractive. So it only counts with children.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, it's only 3 things. There are 3 things that don't lie: children, a drunk man, and leggings. Okay, so I always trust those 3 things. That's it. Just saying, it's just those 3. That's it. That's it. Yeah. But anyway, but no. So like I said, I wanted to be a basketball player, and it wasn't until I realized that I hate running. Like, why every time this person misses a layup, we all got to run a mile? Make that person run a mile. Okay, I'm just saying, that's a bull crap. All right, or if you don't finish up your relay race in like a certain time, everybody's got to do it over. Like I don't have time for that. Okay. Then I had wanted to be a hairstylist, and it wasn't until I realized like that you had to stand up on your feet all day. You could catch carpal tunnel. So what happens if you try to go home to masturbate? You can't. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and hurt myself doing nothing. Okay. So with all that being said, here I am. This, like I said, this came naturally. I wasn't ever trying to be funny. My teacher, my 4th grade teacher, would always say, "You're the funniest student I've had ever." She's been teaching for a long time. So with all that being said, it just came natural. But the only thing about with comedy, it's easy to get canceled, and especially in this day and age. And I don't understand how these 80s and 90s babies, especially these 90s and 2000 babies, like I don't understand how my generation is so sensitive when we grew up on South Park, Family Guy, Futurama,
Right.
a lot of different programs out there. And it's like, bro, I should not be getting canceled. I can tell y'all the 3 jokes that I got canceled for, and there's some more coming out that I can tell y'all as well. Y'all ready?
Okay.
You got your popcorn. Make sure you ain't drinking nothing. Anybody's listening to this, make sure you ain't drinking nothing because I don't want you to choke, have a hernia. Anyway, the first joke I said got canceled for was dating a skinny girl is all fun and games until you hit 90 on the freeway and she flies out the window like a paper napkin. So here comes. I see you, Jacob, over there taking notes. Anyway, here comes a skinny girl. Now, Jacob, you gonna take notes. You could just like turn your camera off and did it so smoothly. Like you're supposed to be a smooth operator.
Oh no,
over there.
I'm not trying to steal your set. I'm trying to keep these questions in my head.
Oh, okay. No, you can. You don't care. You can steal it. Listen, comedy is recycled, man. Somebody probably stole something from me, and I probably stole something from them. It's called a circle of life. I love it. Okay. Anyway, but no. So here comes one skinny girl. She said to me, she's like, "Kyndra, take this down. This is not funny." I said, "Today your first day on the internet. Like, if you don't get off my page." So then she sends her husband to try to scare me, right? So she sends her husband, and he sends me a thesis statement trying to read me. And I said to him, I said, "Bro, you just wasted your time because I'm not even reading any of that. Secondly, how you trying to argue with a female for a female?" Right? So everybody was laughing at him for what he tried to say to me or whatever. Yeah. And so he slides in my inbox. He's like, "Kyndra, how dare you allow this joke to tear up a friendship you guys had. Y'all went to church together." I said, "Bro, first off, bro, your wife is mentally ill. And the fact that you haven't screwed that mental illness out of her means you haven't been doing your job. You better hope y'all's kids don't come out like Waldo. You better hope the kids don't come out like Kel. You better hope the kids don't come out like Cole. Okay? All right, you better Chelsea off of That So Raven. You better hope your kids don't come out like that.
Wow.
Okay? That's your job correctly."
I love that I got every single reference.
It's more out there. Those like Chelsea. I'm you know what? Chelsea's the first one that just came into my mind. I was like, I know there's another one out there. So like I said, it's just like, come on, how you gonna like, come on? He never said nothing back to me. The second joke I got, I don't know if I got canceled for, but I know this joke I didn't really get canceled, but the one leading after this joke I did. And the joke the next joke was, how are you gay and can't dress? What the hell were you doing in the closet the entire time?
Wow.
I don't know why people still in the closet. Like, bro, just come out. We're in a whole new decade, you know. Anyway. So this joke I really got canceled for. So, and if you have dark humor, you'll get it. I said transgender women aren't women. Let's call them X-Men.
Oh man.
Wow.
People are so afraid of, like, when I tell that, people are like looking around like, oh my gosh, can we laugh? Yes, you can laugh. But here comes the community. What are you talking about? They are women. I'm like, bro, like, what bathroom y'all want me to meet you at? Because you're not gonna sit here and try to bully me on my page. And I have some transgender women like, Kyndra, that joke was hilarious. I loved it. So again, people pick and choose when they want to get crunk with you and when they don't want to get crunk with you. And I just do not have time for it at all. Like, I'm the type of person you can get mollywopped in person. Run it up. Where you want to drop the address. People are afraid, man. I'm confrontational, but I have to learn I can't be confrontational anymore because people will sit here and shoot you over just like a couple of words. Like, if you lose a fight, whatever happened to the good old days that after you got jumped, the people who jumped you, they picked you up and y'all all went to the store to steal something out of the store together. Like, I want to go back to those days. But that's the type of days. Have y'all ever been jumped before? Have you ever jumped anybody?
Nope. The pride levels nowadays is too high.
Okay, like never like. Well, do you guys remember the very first time you guys got beat up, or you never like lost a fight?
I did. I got a black eye one time.
What happened that day?
I had a black eye. So we was in Sunday school class.
Sunday school.
Yeah, Sunday school. And this is like an old school church. It's stuffy, everything, wearing suits, all that. And so my friend's cousin was in the class, and so I had done something to her that he didn't approve of or whatever. And so he like hit me in the back of my head. So I turned around and then he like hit me in my eye. I was like, oh man. So we like, tumbled around or whatever. And yeah, I was putting makeup on that shit. I was like, ain't nobody gonna see this. It was crazy.
But
I
they
was
did
like,
so what did you ever fight him one-on-one? Did he ever, was it on site like after that, or you just never dealt with him again?
Nah, it
Did you move out of the county?
Man, I thought, because that was pretty big, because that was like one of my first fights. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not supposed to lose. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang, he got me. You know? And so, but no, I think like after that, I was just like, well, I shouldn't like be fighting in church like that. You know what I'm saying? And the teacher pulled me out in the hallway. He's like, I know you know better than that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell your parents about this.
He started it. Who is this teacher so we can go open up a can of whoop on them? What the hell? What is they all of a sudden so holy? I bet somebody slapped them. All that holiness goes out the window. Some people need to be cursed out. Listen, the customer's not always right. Okay, let me tell you something, guys. I have read the Bible from beginning to end. Okay, I'm the first unordained minister. I ordained myself. I be having Bible study every Tuesday. It'd be some hood Bible study. Okay, all right. Me and God are one-on-one. Me and God be talking all the time. Even when I'm flicking the beam, me and God be talking. I'm like, God, I'm sorry, I'm almost there. Oh, all that other type of stuff. Okay, I be doing my own little solo in bed, church. Okay, but all I'm just trying to say is this. Some people, sometimes you need to be that karma for the person. All right, let me give you an example. So there have been a few times so many different times where I have had people ask me for money. These homeless people, fake homeless people, that's what I call them. All right, a lot of them make more money than us combined, okay? Especially at the stoplight when you're getting off the highway. Come on now, they see like at least like, I feel like 15,000 cars a day. Everybody's giving them $1. And so you $15,000 a day. Look, I told y'all my math ain't that good. So round up the next. I wish I got made $15,000 a day. Come on now. Anyway, be on an island probably in Tahiti right now. Yeah, with the beach in the background and stuff like that. It's not no like green screen. This is really what I got in the background. But right now I got a wall. I got a wall with the Reverend Bishop Tupac Shakur on here. Anyway, so but no, like there are times where if I've come across some counterfeit money, and there are times I'm like, man, I should keep this so I can give it to a homeless person so they can go and cash it and get arrested and get thrown in jail. I want to do that. Okay, to all the men out there in my DMs who don't even know me after like 4 conversations, they're like, hey, can you push up on me? I really want them to drop the address, and I want to actually hire some people to go and like ramshack their house, rob them. I'm like, look, don't kill him. Just teach them a lesson. I want to do that, but I know God will come back on me. But I'm like, God, how come I cannot be that karma and you just protect me? I want to be the karma, but I'm but why can I not do that? Because I know God will come back on me, not because it's the wrong thing to do, but because God's gonna come back on me. So I think the moral of the story is I think people shouldn't do stuff now because, like I said, it's not the wrong thing to do because God, is gonna come back on you. Like if somebody steals from you, you beat the hell out of them. Like, have y'all ever had something stolen from y'all before?
Yes.
Have you ever caught the person in the act, or you didn't figure out till later on?
Yes, I did.
Okay, tell me a story. I'm ready. You seem passionate.
I was at a camp. I was at a mentoring camp, and one of the boys stole my charger, and I had the iPad block. Mm-hmm. And them not cheap, and I saw him with it because that's the only dirty cord that was in the room. Mm-hmm. So I confront him, and he keep denying it. So it's finna get physical. But the counselors came in, and they went and bought me a new charger, which wasn't an Apple charger, which was trash. So
oh my God.
They got you the Chinese bread.
they went to they bought me a pink charger from 7-Eleven, and it was like,
oh no.
So wait, whatever happened to that? Was that boy, were you guys like the same age, or he was much younger than you?
Nah, we was the same age. Probably about the same age.
Okay, because I was like, would you have fought a 10-year-old kid, like squared up with them? Because sometimes these 10-year-olds need a whoop because they ain't getting a whooping at home. Sometimes you could be that.
Yeah, kids need whoopings. I'm on board.
Sometimes, so did you never saw that dude later on? You just after that was it.
Nah,
has anybody else had something stolen from them before? Not that they caught somebody to act, but just something stolen from them.
Yeah.
What happened with you, Jared?
My house was broken into. That was it. They never found who did it though.
I got you. I've had a few things stolen from me. The first thing that I've had, it was my phone. It was my first cell phone. I was in 6th grade, and there was this girl who I never realized it, but she literally loved to just steal, and it like as years progressed, like she would steal whatever she could. And so what it was is that I was on the bus, so excited, I got my first phone. Everybody's like passing my phone around like a blunt, putting their number in my phone, right? And so they give it back to me. And she's sitting next to me. She's like, hey, Kyndra, can I put my number in your phone? I said, sure. All y'all are my friend, right? Oh, gosh. So give her my phone. She puts her number in. She passes me back my phone. And she says, hey, wait. She said 2 minutes later, she's like, hey, there was something else, an extra number, something I forgot to put in your phone. I said, okay. Give her back the phone. I looked to my left. Not even 30 seconds later, she's like, Kyndra, where's your phone? Where's your phone? Only niggas will steal something from you and help you look for it. Like, she actually was walking helping me look for my phone. Helping me look for my phone, y'all. And so of course, the next day comes, she never returned it back. And she had to go like to tribunal. Do you guys know what tribunal is? So basically, tribunal is the court system for juveniles in school. And so anytime that you're doing something that has gotten you close to being expelled, or you're about to be expelled, that's like the final step before being expelled. You need to plead your case. So let's say you brought a weapon to school. Let's say you brought drugs. You were probably caught screwing somebody or whatever with your little tallywhacker out, something. Well, I think they just expel you for that. But anyway, like some things that they will not, they'll try to like let you plead your case before they expel you. So she went to tribunal. She got expelled behind that. Eventually, I got my phone back, and then it got stolen a couple of years, probably by her again. I don't know. But other than that, I've had family members. They stole money from me, a T-shirt. So, like I said, I mean, I don't know. Like I tried stealing, but I couldn't do it because I felt disgusted. I can't do it. There's some people out there who are actual real life kleptomaniacs, and they're like, bro, you can go get some help. Go get some help. But
Yeah.
I mean, overall, like I don't know. I don't know. Somebody said that they try to steal from the white man because he's stolen from us. I'm like, bro, like, gosh, you cannot think like that. It's not the way to think. And then try to holler at me. I'm like, I'll be attracting everybody. I'm tired of this mess.
So, okay. So, are you in a relationship now?
I'm trying to be, and my DMs are open. Only the people who I think are attractive. A lot of y'all ain't. All right, so.
Okay, so what do you think is like? It sounds like you want a relationship.
Yeah, I do. With somebody who has a car. Like, sir, Jordans cannot be your car. I'm 175. I'm 180 pounds. Okay, I got a whole wagon back here. Okay, like you're not gonna make it past the first mile. You're gonna break down. Your back's gonna be broken down. You're gonna have to, have a lifetime supply of Ben Gay. All right.
So somebody tried to
keep
holler
saying
at
no
you.
homo every time you slap it on.
Oh man. Okay. Well. Okay. Let me ask you this. So you're very you seem very shy. Not just playing.
I was about to say, I'm like, I am so.
It's like reverse psychology.
I am so freaking aggressive. I got a whole pickup line. That works every time. Okay.
I gotta hear this.
All right. Look here. I noticed you noticing me. So I'm putting you on notice that I noticed you back. Now give me your number for I don't want it no more.
Okay.
How successful has that one been for you?
It works 100% of the time. But they phone number say my phone for 2 to 3 business days. I'm like thinking, you must like penis. You must like penis in your butt. Like how you? Come on now. Again, I'm not the worst looking person in the world, but I've had men like they will just stop and just kind of drool. Like they'll just be staring at me like a cat. I'm like, you can say something. I've had men just keep staring and just walking. Like they literally look like a deer in headlights. I've had women come up to me like, wow, you're really pretty. And they'll just walk off. And I'm like, oh, okay. Sometimes I'll be looking at myself. I'm like, oh man, I just be getting like a little female boner every time I be looking at myself.
Hey, I mean, I think that's important. I think you gotta be able to look in the mirror and be like, look, you look pretty good.
Yeah, but sometimes I be looking like I'll take a picture, and if I stare at the picture too long, I think it's ugly, and I'm like, delete.
Okay, all right. So you're aggressive. You have a pickup line that works 100% of the time, but I don't see no picture of no man in the background. So what do you think like needs to happen for like that perfect relationship to come?
I think number one, these guys need to like a lot of these dudes. They be in their hell years. I'm like, bro, you 70 years old. You about to die. Get out. That's number one.
No offense, Joe Biden.
Joe could have got this when he was 20 years old. If I would have known him 80 years ago. Anyway, no, there are some men out there who were like really attractive when they were young, i.e. Tookie Williams. Do y'all know who Tookie Williams is?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? I don't understand how Arnold Schwarzenegger, that man really, okay, so for all the ones that don't know who Tookie Williams is, he actually was the co-founder of Crips, right? And so he actually went to prison, and I think he was serving like maybe 2 or 3 life sentences, but he didn't receive clemency from Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I'm like, bro, like the man changed his life around, got people out of gangs while he was in jail. How dare you deny it? And Arnold is still walking around free. But here's the thing, if I shoot him, oh, Kyndra, you're going to jail. What if I did the right thing? What if that was in my plan? Like God wanted me to do that. I'm just saying, but he was fine. Larry Hoover is attractive. That man's still fine. And he like 80 years old. I'm gonna get Larry Hoover out of jail. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
Kanye so you like dudes on death row?
Yeah, Kanye's not able to do it. And he was sitting here like, rubbing cheeks with the enemy. I'm like, you stupid fool. Just go and paint your face like Ronald McDonald because you a clown right now. You did all that, calling him dead and all that other type of stuff. And you still couldn't get the man out. Like, come on now. I'm going to get the man out, without having to use this old fat cat. Back to what I was saying. I would show y'all, but you got to pay a price for it. Anyway.
OnlyFans.
No, you know what? I'm much more rather just show in person. That's the type of person I am. I just rather just say, here you go. Just open the lips up like that and just see the ooey gooey goodness just drip out. Back to what I was saying. If y'all gotta go, turn your camera off to go rub one out, I understand. Okay. Back to what I was saying. But no, so I think the thing is, when it comes with a lot of these guys, a lot of them are not. They want to just have sex. I'm telling you, I've had men send me messages saying, I really want to, F the S out of you and stuff. I'm like, wow, thank you for asking me, what did I eat for dinner tonight? Like, not even like really caring. A lot of them just, they play a lot of games. A lot of them they're not serious, and on top of that, like one day I would love to have, I've never made it to the matching outfits part. How long does that take? Just saying, I want to make it there. Like, a lot of these guys, they be asking me for money. I'm like, bro, how you trying to, shoot your shot, but you asking me for money and you still trying to have a whole conversation like it's okay? Like, what type of crap is that? Some of these guys be like, they pay for like my feet pictures because I be selling feet pictures for the low, and they still trying to ask me out. Sir, you are a simp. You are a simp. I mean, I love you because you put a little gas in my tank and stuff like that. I be taking your $5 and I be throwing it in my savings account. I like you, thank you, but I would not date you. You are a simp. What man actually pays for, again, every man, if you think about it in hindsight, every man at some point has paid for sex. But if you're actually out there like soliciting, trying to get call girls and stuff like that, like, bro, like you have failed, man. You have failed.
Somebody paid you to see your toes?
All the time.
Wow. That's just,
I love it. The men will pay for underwear smell. Haven't had that yet. I had a man, he's like, your face is so pretty. Can I see it? I said, sure, send me $5. And he sent me $5 and I took a picture of my face.
Well, there's money to be made out here.
There is money to be made. There's money to be spent out here.
I love it.
Corona's not stopping nothing, obviously.
One day I'm gonna actually, one day I might actually get a man like to. This sounds so prostitutious, but whatever. One day I'm gonna get a man who's actually gonna be like, hey, can I like lick your vagina? I said, sure. Shoot me $50. Let me see your STD papers. Let me check your mouth because a lot of people don't realize you get open sores in your mouth. Listen, I've been receiving head for free. I need to actually get paid for this now. Okay, so yeah, one day shout out any guy out there. Slide in my DM.
Next level.
I gotta hang out with that guy. Gotta hang out with them a lot. Like get to know them. See if they're crazy. Then I'll meet up with you at the park after hours.
Let me ask you this. All right, so you talk about like these sexual acts or whatever, you getting paid, and you've done a lot for free. Like what do you think like really like gets your juices flowing from a guy?
If he smells good. Like, I'm tired of stinking ass niggas. Like what is up? Why y'all be smelling like mongoose piss? Is there a reason why? Like, I mean, come on now. Listen, I sweat a lot, okay? I be sweating, I might, wake up one day, have my arm up, just raising up, and I almost hurl because it stinks so bad. But guess what? I go and I got a regimen. I'm about to give y'all the Kyndra Crump secret, okay?
Oh, snap. Right.
So step 1, Dial soap, okay? I rub that in my cooter and my booty hole, okay? All right. Step 2, and I rub the Dial soap everywhere. It's antibacterial soap, okay? So step 2, I have a green bar Dove soap. It's like a light green. It has a great flavor, lime green flavor, smells great. Step 3, Ivory soap, okay? But I just bought like a Shea Moisture like organic bar coconut oil soap. Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna use that once the green bar. I'm gonna use that tonight after we get off this call. But I can't wait to use it. Okay, step 5, I have an actual body wash Shea Moisture. Okay, and then I repeat that same thing twice. All right, and I get out the shower. I use natural organic deodorant. Okay, I use 2 types of deodorant. Both of them. One of them is scentless, that gets all of the moisture, but this is just this is deodorant. It's not antiperspirant and deodorant, because a lot of people don't realize you're not supposed to use antiperspirant deodorant. It clogs your pores. People don't understand that. You know, and that's probably why people always got all these pimples on their face. They all clogged up, man. Looking 4 months pregnant. You ain't never been pregnant before. Oh, girl, I thought you were pregnant. I was about to buy you a baby shower gift. Anyway, have y'all ever offended a woman who you thought was pregnant but she wasn't?
Never. Nope. I would not attempt.
How did that go?
She's like, Kyndra, I'm not pregnant. I mean, she just gave birth, but I thought, I was like, bro, like, why's the baby fat still there? And that was like 2 months ago. I was like, why's it? But I was young. I was like, I was 16. I didn't know. Anyway. But no, so that's what, and I use, and when I to lotion, I use shea butter. Listen, man, I'm telling you, I use all natural products. And but I mean, you can use all that, but you still have to eat healthy. I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat fruits. I don't eat red meat. I don't eat pork. I don't eat crab legs. There was a woman I saw on YouTube, not YouTube. It popped up on my Facebook mentions, and she makes $1.7 million from just having mukbang crab legs. Black lady, right? And the first thing I thought to myself was, man, I know for a fact her hoo-ha tastes like McDonald's pocket change. Bro, why in the freak are you eating all that crap? I thought at one point, like, seafood was only for special occasions. Why are people eating this up, man? Like, so much? Like, it's expensive. Where, how do you have money? Was your food stamps that you keep on lying about? I had to talk to my coworker, right? One of my coworkers, he said he gets $800 a month in food stamps. I don't know how he does that. He ain't got no kids. Where's he get that? Where's he getting that from? Who did you steal that from, sir? Who are you screwing to finesse, man? That's some bull crap. But I'm like, this woman, she's married, has some kids. I'm like, bro, I hope your husband is not going down on you, because that is disgusting. That's disgusting. There have been some people that I had to wean off of licking my vagina because they said I taste so fruitful. I'm like, y'all quit messing with these nasty people, man. Like, taste the rainbow. I'm a Skittles, okay? Good grief. Enough about bottom vagina. All right, back to what I was saying. What the hell were we talking about? But yeah, like I said, I mean, I don't really know what we're talking about. My ADHD is kicking in, so I'm just ranting, okay? But all I'm just saying is, the fact of the matter is that I don't eat, like, I eat chicken, I eat grills. Like, I try to eat unhealthy food, but I can't do it because of the fact that, like, I will get sick. Of course, as a kid, I ate this, but when, my mother had trained me, really conditioned me to eat healthier, and you do feel better. Like, you wake up in the morning, you take that great bowel movement that makes you feel like you lost 15 pounds. You ain't dropping pellets like you a goat. That's some bull crap. Like, listen, my day is complete. When I know it's going to be a good day when I start in the morning, I'm like, yes, I've just lost 15 pounds. I walk out, my skin's all glowing and whatnot. I love this. 2 to 3 times a day, you feel like you're dropping 15 pounds. I love it.
So you said,
yeah.
Oh, please go ahead.
I was gonna say, the rest of y'all, I bet y'all just be shaking, rocking back and forth, trying to get that little one rock out.
You know what? I got a friend who said, like, he drops pellets, and I was just like, dude, Oprah said, like, your shit's supposed to look like an S when they come out.
It is.
It's supposed to look like an S, and I'm just like, you must be doing something wrong if Oprah said that, man.
It is. I don't know why people. I guess people are like, y'all are too old to not be liking fruits and vegetables. I don't know what's up with these adults. Or this is what they'll do. They'll put, like, cheese on their broccoli. Like, sis, that's not healthy. Not healthy, man. People like they'll get a salad. Oh, I'm eating salads, but they salad has none but pork and breadsticks, and they got a bunch of like drowning it in ranch. That's not healthy. You just have a 1,500 calorie salad. Could have just gone to Zaxby's, man. Zaxby's is healthier than y'all. You want to make my plate? Come on now. Can we ban that? There's some things we just need to ban. Let's ban people with these salads, these very artificial salads. Okay, we need to ban women with 15-inch long fingernails. What you got those long fingernails for? You ain't wiping properly. And you want to fix me some food? I know. I see the bed bugs jumping from one nail to the next. Come on. Like, how are you wiping? That is disgusting. You are still poopy. And you want the man to lick your butt. Are you kidding me? The mud slide, the mud flaps. Come on now. Got time for that mess. All right, go ahead. What's your next question, Nate? Or Jacob, whoever.
Oh yeah. So who would you call some of your comedic influences?
I'm gonna exclude Pryor, Chappelle, and Kevin Hart, even though I'm gonna be honest with you, Kevin Hart is not funny. He's white America funny. The man sold out. Once you start wearing dresses, you sold out. And that's a shout out to any men out there wearing dresses. All right, back to what I was saying. You got a problem with the come holler at me in my DMs. Arnaz J, Carlos Miller, Cedric, Steve Harvey, and Chris Rock. And I've never met any of them.
That's a nice lineup right there.
Yeah.
Carlos Miller is hilarious.
He is.
How did you get your start in the comedy clubs? Like, how did that go for you?
I never did actually do comedy clubs because like I never knew how to like really start off. What do I say? So what I would do is I would perform in the hood. If I get invited to like a kickback, I'll perform on these podcasts. I'm performing on my own podcast. I'm performing at my job with my family. I'm just talking like, guys, I just be saying whatever comes to my mind, and then people just laugh. I'm like, great, I'm doing good here.
So you're more of a naturally funny person than a stand up and come up with like
that's it. That's really it. Like I might need some ghostwriters, I might need some help, but I mean I don't be trying. I don't know what to say. But I had this epiphany the other day. I said, ooh, I want to actually do my first stand up at a male prison because I relate to men, men, not these men who got estrogen in them. I said, man, the worst type of gender reveal is find out that your man's a bitch. I mean, like, come on now. Just saying, like, it's too many of them. All that but you know what you said. No, I don't know what I said. Who told you that? I'm not gonna tell you. All right, then get off my phone.
So what do you think? Like, what are the characteristics of a good man to you?
A good man, number one, I like a man who's God fearing. Like you don't have to be no TD Jakes, like a minister or nothing like that, but somebody who I know for a fact, when you're feeling sad, do you go and go to God about your problems, or do you go to social media and sit here and write a thesis statement that nobody's gonna care about? Like, are you only praising God because you happy and he actually answers your prayer? Like, and at one point I was like that, but I grew up, so definitely someone who's God fearing, someone who is family oriented. I always learn however a man treats his mother, that's how he's going to treat you. And that I'm just being real. So any women out there, I don't know if you guys have like a somewhat of a large demographic of women, young women or so, but any man out there, like that's how it is. I like somebody who doesn't smoke cigarettes. Like, bro, like I don't want to be kissing no ashtray. Got cigarettes smoking your hair. Black and Milds. Like I like the smell of Black and Milds, like from afar, but not up close, man. Just saying, like I try hitting a couple Black and Milds. Somebody who actually somebody who is financially stable. And what I mean by that is you ain't got to make, buku money, like 100,000 a year. That's cool. If you make 60,000, cool. But I say that, money doesn't bring happiness, but would you rather cry in Dubai or Detroit? That's how I look at that. But with all that being said, with all that being said, like I said, financially stable is good enough. Like I want to, I want to go to Aruba one day. We don't have to do a nice island vacation every month, but at least one time and maybe once a year for our anniversary is cool. Somebody whose nails are cut short. Like there's no reason why are men still fingering women? Is there a reason why? That is so 2002. Can we cut that? Come on now. Like I just don't like certain let me see y'all's nails. Let me see y'all's fingernails. I'm trying to see for research purposes. Go ahead, put. Okay, all right. I'll meet y'all. After the show's over. Anyway. But no, I mean, I just feel it's like disgusting when I see men who have like these nasty looking fingernails. Like your nails look like you a car mechanic. Like you've been playing in dirt. Like bro, like come on now, because it's that you don't have it's little things we as women look for. Like I'm just saying take care of your nails. That's what matters. That's what matters. And I don't care how many kids you got, as long as you're taking care of your children. You got 15 kids, it's fine. Like as long as you can still afford me too. All right. And I'm very inexpensive. I am like I like the cheap things. Like we don't have to go to no like steakhouse. I don't even eat steak. Like we can go to a wing spot. I like all day fun, and it could be like we can sit here and shoot dice, and I'm gonna take all your money.
Where is this attitude at women in the world?
They're lazy. Like I'm the type of woman where if a man opens my car door, I'll open his once I get in. And women don't do that. I'm the type of woman where if you pay for the dinner, I'll leave the tip.
Okay. So
I'll pay for your haircut. Women ain't paying for men's haircut.
You don't feel entitled.
Yeah, they don't rub y'all. When's the last time you had a woman rub your feet?
Never. When I was a baby.
That's not good enough. That's not good enough. You gotta rub her back, but she ain't rubbing yours. Come on now, some bull crap. She has a problem with you trying to be romantic with her in the bathtub, and she wants to, keep her shower cap on. If you don't take your shower cap off, that's why I got dressed. So I won't have this problem.
What's some of the weirdest?
That's not the real reason I got dressed. I don't know how to do hair. Like that that was another reason about being a hairstylist. My arm was tired. Like put my arm up and it's like my hair was incomplete. I'm like, this is for the birds. Bull crap.
No, I feel you. I did not want to take care of my hair. So dreads it is.
Like what's
you gotta take care of dreads too though.
No, you honestly do have to take care of dreads. You really do.
They're not high maintenance though.
It's not high maintenance. It's like getting a cat. It's very low maintenance.
Okay, yeah, because they got like dry shampoo now, don't they?
They probably do, but I use all natural products. Guys, I'm hood bougie, man. I'm complaining about my stuff.
I think like the dry shampoo would be natural too, though. Because like for real, you can use oil, like because oil cleanses, for real.
Mm-hmm.
What's like the craziest thing you ever got in social media? Like the craziest message somebody sent you?
I don't know about the craziest, but it made me laugh. This guy has said to me, he's like, for whatever reason, I just want to give you head. I don't even know why. I was like, what? He wrote my comments. I'm like, bro, you could just send that to my DM and you probably would have got a little bit more of a chance. And then we started talking in DM and he started telling me about like a certain type of musical choice or whatever, like a musical artist. And I ain't heard from him since. But I mean, I be getting guys send me they unsolicited penis pictures. I'm like, bro, like, and what I do is every time a man does that, what I say is, you must have taken that picture when it was cold. And then I report his account like 2 or 3 times. And then I block him. Like, bro, you're not like, come on now, some bull crap. Why you like? We don't want that. We don't ask for it. Like, do not send it to us.
Yo, it's got to be working though. It's got to be working.
No woman likes that. They just do that because they're pervs, man. It's the internet.
For real, man.
Yeah, that's wild.
Have y'all ever had a woman just like try to bully you into like sending her that, or would you just send it on your own?
I I didn't surround myself with those type of women.
That's Deacon Jacob.
Yeah.
That's good. Night you're not supposed to.
Yeah. Well, like, what was it like growing up? You know, like your family, like what made you, you know, who you are? Like as far, especially like your humor, you know, like your comedy.
So I never got my family, like nobody in my family was like this really like sought out like comedian or anything. Like I was the only one that was funny. And my mother, as I've gotten older, she was pretty funny, but my father was the breadwinner. So he was the one who was like vice president of Sony, president of Warner Brothers. A lot of like different celebrities from the 80s and 90s were his artists. They would come to the house before I was born. Like, just some bull crap. Hey. Anyway, after my parents, like, so I grew up, first 10 years of my life, I had lived in a nice house. I was just driving by that house, right? Like yesterday. So let me just go look at my first house. I'm driving by and I'm like, wait, why is the driveway so small? Like I thought I had a loop-de-loop back in the day. Like one day I want to get like rich enough where I can just walk into my house and say, hey, look, I used to live here. And they're like, oh my goodness, aren't you Kyndra Crump? I'm like, I am Kyndra Crump. Like, here's like $1,000 for allowing me to like tour my house. Like, I'm trying to show like MTV Cribs, like my first home and stuff like that. I want to be able to do that one day. So I was at Rich's, right? And after my parents divorced, like, we went to Rags. It was me, my mother. We stayed in a 1-bedroom. It was like 5 of us stayed in a 1-bedroom apartment. And I'm still at Rags. I'm in a Section 8 neighborhood now where I walk outside and see cats and dogs humping each other. And furniture in my complex pool. So what the heck is this furniture doing up here? So with all that being said, like one time, so we have like parking spaces adjacent from each other. And one time, I saw that this little kid had his car, like one of those little toy cars you can drive around in. He parked his car in one of the parking spaces, and the front window was broken, right? When the front windshield was broken, and he left it there for some days. I'm like, bro, whose car is this? Right? The kid finally comes back in it. I'm like, yep, you look like a baby's kid. Okay. I think he had some silver caps in his mouth. He was a starting lineup for Cash Money Millionaires. And then he had earrings. Like, what's the point of piercing your little boy's ear a freaking tube, man? Like, come on, that's like, come on now. Can we ban that? Can we freaking ban that? Like, come on now. Anyway. So yeah, he picked up his car. I haven't seen him since. So yeah, as far as my upbringing, that was it. You know, people always ask me like, "Hey, Kyndra," they say how many siblings you guys? Only one that matters. But no, in real life, I got it's like 5 of us.
So you in Atlanta right now?
Yeah, I've been here since I was 0.
Since you was 0, you got plans on moving?
Yeah, wherever God wants me to go. I don't want to be here forever. You know, yeah. I mean, I like to travel. Like it's so important to see like the world and everything. And because people spend so much money on the newest Jordans, iPhone, Louis Vuitton bags, stuff that really doesn't matter. But there's so much out there in the world. That same amount of money that you could you spend on materialistic things, you can spend it for something.
After like high school, did you start out in college or something like that? And as your star continues to rise, do you think you'll end up making that like LA move, like try to do movies as well? Or like where do you envision yourself going with your rising celebrity?
I felt like you just asked me 4 questions in one. So I'm going to try to answer as many as I can. If I skip one, we'll just try to come back to it at another time. All right. So after high school, college, something about college. So in college, like I was hot commodity. Okay. Like everybody wanted a piece of me. I'm like, yes, finally some fine boys who actually noticed me. Right. You know, one of those fine boys, he was like on a football team. And he brought me to his like mansion house, right? And it was like the football player mansion, but it's like the home was dirty. And then all I remember was like his penis was small, and it's like I saw it in the dark. Like that's not good. Why did I see your small penis in the dark? I thought all black men had big penises. Like he gave them a bad name. I'm like, bro. Like then I started looking at more black men's penises. I'm like, bro, what is this? Can I find a mandingo around here? Do I need to go to Africa? Anyway, but you know what? That's not actually true because I actually remember there was this African man who was tall and slim, and he gave a bad name for the tall and slim ones. But anyway. That somebody gave it like this football player said I gave him blue balls. I'm like, haha, check mark off the list. Anyway, but college currently go to Clark Atlanta University, and I thought I was gonna end up finding like, you know, like in Drumline, Stomp the Yard, a significant other. I found another cis. These men are just like the women. They look better than a lot of us. Eyebrows more arched and yeah, lip fillers. Okay. Yeah. So I would have girls, some like my whomever, they would always try to record me. They're like, you are hilarious. They would try to record me, put me on my Snapchat. I'm like, bro, like, can I get some consent around here? I don't like this. I said, maybe it's my newfound fame. Like I could have sued them. I just would have won like, you know, most I would have won because these women were broke was just their lashes. You know, they didn't have nothing. You know, and some Ugg boots, if that. What was I gonna say next? So yeah, as far as you said move to LA, start. Actually, my dream is actually to have my own radio and television show. And I like writing books. So I want my book, like I like how I'm trying to emulate my life after Steve, and Steve is dope where he's been popping since the 90s. And so I want to have my radio show, TV show, have my books out. And when I make it, you all can come on, you know, the TV show. You guys can be a guest panel. So like on Fridays, I want to actually do like certain type of like debatable Fridays where we talk about a topic and you guys can either choose to be pro or con. And so what I'm going to do is I'll fly you all out to whatever city I'll be in. If you already live in that city, then I will have you in a nice hotel for the weekend. Okay. And I'll pay you for that weekend for showing up. It won't probably be the nicest hotel because I'm rich broke. Okay. Just bring some bed bug spray just in case. You can't even trust these. You can't trust the really nice hotels. They be slacking. Come on now. Those workers are overworked and underpaid. I'm telling you, you can't. Listen, let me tell you how much I don't trust people or things. When my money comes out the ATM, I still count it. All right, because I don't trust it. So with that being said, yeah, I don't mind LA. I can move to live in freaking Amsterdam. It doesn't matter. Wherever God wants me to go, I'll go. I can go live in Iowa, go be with some white people and be on with the on the what do they have in Iowa? Cornfields or something like that? I don't know.
Hey, I think T-Boz don't she live in Iowa or something?
So I'll be the second black person out there with her. I'm like, hello, fellow Negro. That's all I'll say. That's what I'll say. So yeah.
Your dad, you say your dad was VP of Sony, is that right?
He was VP of Sony.
So
in the 90s and stuff.
Oh, okay. So like, what do you think you learned from him in terms of like, you know, the industry and stuff?
Well, my father never really allowed me to get that exposure in the industry. He didn't want me to like, I guess he knew I wasn't ready. I wasn't mature enough. One thing I realized about my father, now I don't really know his whole story, you know. My father was a man of few words, except if he was arguing with you, then everything came out. I'm like, oh, that's all you had, all that to say? You held it all in, you know. Like I always make this joke. So my father had passed away 3 years ago from stage 4 prostate cancer, right? And I always make this joke and I say, I'm like, man, my dad was on child support. Like he died still owing some money. That's why you need to take a black man off child support. Anyway, that's all I was saying about that. But no, so what it was is that my father, one thing I really learned about my father is number one, be on time. That man was late all of the time. I'm like, bro, like, why are you late? Like you knew you had to take a dump before we had to go. Like, why are you late? You should prepare for this. So as far as with his drive, like I don't know if I got that from him, but I know for a fact for me, when you get sick and tired of being in the same place, like I want to be able to be in a place where it's more professional. When you got your manager sleeping with your employees and a lot of people know about it, even the VP, they don't care. Like, bro, like, come on now. This is so unprofessional. Like, you don't think I knew y'all both came in at the same time, smiling. Right. That's a coincidence. It's like there's not enough professionalism. It's like a lot of times, I don't know. It just, for me personally, I just feel like we all like the Reverend DJ from Hustle and Flow once said, everybody's got a dream. My dream is not to be working for somebody else for the rest of my life. And I challenge everybody to, go after their dreams, no matter what it is. Even if you don't know what it is, go after something. Try to own something of yourself. So I hope that answers your question. Sometimes when a person gives me a question, I'm remixing the answer however I feel like answering it.
No, we do that all the time. Yeah, and it was so funny because you was saying, Jared, I don't even remember your questions. Like when Jared asks questions, I just go in. I just like start saying something, and I'd be like, hopefully this touched something he said.
It's okay. Like Michael Jackson once said, "You are not alone."
Yo, Michael J. Okay, I feel like I think of a Michael Jackson song like every week, like a new one every week. His repertoire was like so dope.
Thanks.
And I guess this is really random, but like, do you have a favorite Michael Jackson song?
Dirty Diana.
Oh yeah.
Of course, You Are Not Alone. Man in the Mirror. I think that's it.
Another day.
Yeah, I think that's it. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you how dope Michael Jackson is. Like a kid could be 2 years old, probably just came out the womb, and they be like, "Who is that? Oh, that's Michael Jackson." How you know that's Michael Jackson? 2 years old. Like that's the first thing we know.
For real.
Where were y'all when Michael had died? I was playing basketball, and I ran down the street to tell the people in the household, but everybody was like, you could feel the somberness in the air.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I was at home. I think I was like 8.
Really?
Yeah, he died like 4 days before my birthday, the 25th.
I thought I was in my 20s for sure.
Wait, you were born in 2001?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
He's a young old soul.
Boom!
No, I mean you look like a child anyway, but I'm like, bro, like 2001, like oh my gosh.
Yeah. I wish I was born in like 85, so that I could live through that era.
I wish you was born in 85.
I wish I was born between 1969 and 1982 because I could have lived my best whole life. I know for a fact I would have been married. I know for a fact, like I was talking about fights, like you could have fought back in the day and would have been cool. People actually knew how to date. A man did not feel like a man if he didn't have a car. Some men didn't feel like men, they didn't have cars. Like you got on the phone, people want to sit here and text you all the time. Like, bro, like I ain't got time for no thesis statement to hit my phone. I'm gonna read the first sentence and I'm gonna respond to that and let you figure out the rest. Time for that.
All right, so how have you ever bounced back from a rough crowd?
Rough crowd when dead silence, I just say something else. Like I learned a long time ago, like everybody's not gonna find you funny. Some jokes I don't like. For example, I work a Oh, yes. Anybody out there who is ever flying through Hartsfield, Jackson, Atlanta, y'all come see me. I work at the airport. It ain't like y'all can do nothing to me because we're on federal property. You going to jail. Okay, you try something with me. But I work Concourse B as in Bravo 09. Okay, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, late morning to early evening. With that being said, I like tips. Leave me some tips. I'm not talking about your penis. I'm talking about pocket change. You come to my kiosk. Okay, but let's say I have somebody. Let's say I have somebody and they end up the total's $308. They give me $4. Ask them, I'm like, hey, do you have any change? They said, no, I don't have any. I'm like, you do now? You know, I'll say that. Like, that used to be my little running joke, right? And then people start laughing. I'm like, okay, let me change something else. So like, I like it when I have the dead silence. Like, dead silence is scary, man. Cause you're like, oh shit, they're not laughing. They're not laughing. This is what they keep thinking something. You know, but then again, it's a good thing because it's like, okay, they're not laughing. So that means I need to try better.
Yeah.
So you got to be resilient, basically.
Yeah, I mean, everybody not gonna laugh at what you saying. I mean, you know, there been times I've been on podcasts and they weren't laughing at like the transgender jokes. Some people haven't laughed at that. I'm like, oh gosh. I'm like, okay, well, moving on. Like I had the last because I was last podcast team. I was with like 8 different guys. And I had spoke to the host and he was saying, he's like, well, we really were trying our hardest not to like bust out laughing because we wanted we wanted the crowd to hear the joke. And I'm like, thank you all for being respectful because there are some people out there where they will sit here and laugh over my joke, right? They'll laugh over my joke. And now I have to figure out, should I say the joke again or should I just keep it going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like when you gotta repeat the joke, it takes like a lot of the funniness out of it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The energy,
yeah. Especially if they heard it and they just like didn't care. You know what I'm saying? And then you say it again and they like don't care again.
That would suck.
Yeah.
That's true.
No, but honestly, like, you know, one of the things that we talk about, like about this podcast is the fact that we actually listen like to each other. It's like for the most part, like sit there and like let you say like everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how we are in like our day-to-day interactions too. You know, it's like we just like listen a lot. So you know, I think humor is something like really cool. I think like people kind of sleep on humor.
Mm-hmm.
And even like with your background and everything that you said so far, it's like it's a talent. You know what I mean? So like you said that it comes like natural to you, like it's really, you know, like it's not like anything that you have to rehearse for.
I don't. I mean, I might have to have a ghostwriter here and there, which of course every great legend has a ghostwriter.
Great.
You know, my comedy sometimes it just comes from older people. The older crowd is hilarious. You want to find people who were born in the 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s. They are funny. I'm like, can I steal that? And they're like, of course you can. I'm not on social media. Great. But as I'm talking to y'all now, we've been doing this for about an hour now. Like this has been uncut, like raw. I always tell people I'm raw. Like you just had sex with a prostitute without a condom, and now you got syphilis. That's how raw I am, man.
Great analogy.
You know, so with that being said, like I'm not trying. Like I just talk. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
How much does social media play a part in your day-to-day?
I learned with social media, you have to honestly give it a break. You can't be. I have a problem with people who are on social media all day long. Even if I answered all my messages and everything else, answered all my messages, I have to go be productive. I don't want to sit here and drain myself with social media. You can get lost in a rabbit hole. In all honesty, like it's just boring. It's honestly, it can get really boring and get dull really fast. You gotta do a woosah. You know, I'm a YouTube head. I love going on YouTube and they got free movies on YouTube. I'm like, let me watch this movie I've never seen before. That's it. I love it.
Mm-hmm. So do you laugh at yourself?
Of course. I try so hard not to, bust out laughing at my own jokes, like preach at my own stuff. I'll listen to a podcast. I'm like, man, Kyndra, that was freaking hilarious. I forgot I said that. So I literally I literally do. I really do all the time. Anytime I listen to the Kyndra Crump show on wherever you can find podcasts, I'm like, this is hilarious. Like, I'm going back and re-listening to this.
Yeah.
Do you have one joke that if everything else is failing that you can go to, that you know everybody's gonna laugh?
I got two for y'all. What do you call a dog with no legs?
I don't know.
Nothing. He ain't gonna come anyway.
Okay. It's pretty sad, actually.
Here's the second one. Why was the drug dealer jealous of the prostitute?
I
don't know.
Because she can wash her crack and resell it.
Oh.
Okay. I would leave with that one.
Yeah, she can wash her crack and resell it.
It's two of them I go off of, and people like they equally. The second one is like definitely like the gut buster. The first one's like an icebreaker.
Yeah. What about like the differences between, you know?
Oh, wait, hold on, I got another one. Wait. Why was Barbie jealous of Ken? Because he came in another box.
Okay, I get it.
They is still trying to get the joke.
I got it.
I'm like,
I got it right.
He came in another box. All right, go ahead. What's your question? I'm sorry. Just thought about that one.
No, you good. I'm gonna get my pastor used to say I'm gonna get on my way home. So yeah, what was my question? I never forgot. I don't even remember.
He was asking something about it was something after the jokes. I feel like you had something, you were going that direction.
Oh yeah. So like in your different audiences, like have you noticed like a difference between like black crowds, white crowds, different demographics?
I think not everybody laughs is equally the same, especially I work on the Delta side, so I see a lot more white people than black people, and I can make anyone laugh. I can do a race joke, make folks laugh. I can, or just whatever. I can, and I love seeing the white people's like reaction. Whenever they do or say something crazy, like if I see them offbeat, I sit here and I dance with them offbeat. I make them feel comfortable. Because I'm part of the rhythmless nation anyway. If y'all watch my dance moves and stuff like that. So yeah. I don't there is no difference. I don't see a difference. I just try. I don't know. I'm a little self-conscious. I don't like saying the N-word around white people, even though, look, I know white people be saying it all the time. They say to each other, they'll talk to their kids, like the kids say something crazy. They're like, look, nigga, go to your bed. Like, I know for a fact, shout out to all the white folks that be saying the N-word when we not around, so like, like I was listening to this song. I think Eminem was with Dr. Dre or whatever. And he has said the N-word a few times in the song, but I think Eminem's already black, so we just don't care.
Yeah.
There was a video where this old white man was rapping to Lil Wayne's "Rich" featuring 2 Chainz, and he kept saying the N-word, and the young black guy was just laughing, but it like gave him a pass because he's old. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess it doesn't mean nothing no more. Like I've been in some rooms where I remember the very first time a white person said the N-word, and they didn't call me that, they were just talking. And they were saying like this dude, he always would get OSS or whatever it might be. And he had beat up a kid in ISS. And he's like, I had that nigga's blood on my hands. And I'm like, was he black or white? Like, I didn't know. I didn't want to ask. I didn't want to get called the N-word. And then that was going to be the end of our friendship. So I didn't want to do that. I mean, I don't really care no more. But like, and I remember I was at work one day, and this white girl who she's a wigger. Okay, she wants to be black so bad, man. She marries black men and has their babies. I'm like, bro, like, oh, here's another joke for you. One thing about Hancock that's taught me is that a black man, the further away a black man is from the white woman, like the better off he is. Do you ever notice that? Like every time he flew away from that white woman, he felt he got his powers. When he got closer to her, it was just downhill. Here's a white joke for you. White people don't cry, but let that dog die. Oh, all that emotion comes out. Here's another one. White people are wild. Y'all literally are charging us $100 from on Ancestry.com just to tell us where you took us from, where you kidnapped us from. What's another white joke? Yeah, that's all I can think of. But all I'm just saying is like the girl when this day at work, she says something like, yeah, and that nigga did this and stuff like that. And I'm like, and all the black people just sat around thinking like, did anybody just hear that? So I don't want to be a Debbie Downer by sitting here and be like, hey, you can't say that. Cause I'm like, you got to pick and choose your battles.
You do.
Have y'all ever had a white person like say that with you?
Yes. Yeah. One of my old homies, he would just say it like on a regular basis. And I later learned that he's from the hood. Like he lived in that area. So that's normal for him because he grew up around that environment. Mm-hmm. So I really didn't press the issue.
Got it. But if he was like not from the hood, you would have been like, bro, what are you doing?
Where did you learn
that? You gotta re-educate yourself, bro.
Mm-hmm. I don't say that in the house, or do y'all say that in the house?
Right.
I think I've heard Asian people, they call their kids that. Why
that word though?
I've heard Hispanic people. So I think that word has become a universal word now where like if you're not saying the hard ER, then I think it's not a problem. But if you're just saying the A, is not an issue, so.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. Which is kind of interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, was it more like a or a you know what I mean?
Yeah, and sometimes I can't tell, but I don't feel like mollywopping nobody. So I'm like, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and just say, I hope they said A.
Yeah. Well, so like, with you wanting things to be like, more professional or everything, like what would you consider like professional? Like, is it professional if you around like black folk to say nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think about that?
I think my father would always say that. Like that was his. I said to him, I'm like, Dad, why do you say that? He's like, I like the way it rolls off my tongue. It just feels in my mouth. It's just swiggling it all around. I'm like, Dad, oh, okay. So, I don't know. I find it crazy. Like, it's okay in a black household for us to say those words, but we can't say the other words that are deemed as bad words. I'm like, bro, I thought this was like, doesn't it all get edited off of television if you say it? Type of thing. But I don't know. I think it's a time and place for everything. I know you can't call your mom that. You can't go and say, "What's up, nigga?" You can't say that. One day I went to my mom. I said, "Hey," I said, "Mom." She's like, "Yeah." I said, "Nigga, what it is?" And she's like, "Kyndra." So I can't. You can't say that. You can't say that. I think, like I said, it's a time and place for everything. I think also you need to know who you're saying that with. Like y'all can probably say it with each other, but I don't know. Like it just depends. It just depends. And on top of that, it depends on how you're saying it too. Like, for example, no woman can call me the B word. It doesn't matter if y'all are playing, because in my mind, I always took the B word as those are fighting words. So I'm trying to figure out when to become acceptable for women just to call each other that.
Right.
When did that become acceptable?
Yep.
That's not like why is that cool? Like I don't like that word. That's the one word. Like after I said to you a few times, like, do not call me that, I just don't talk to you no more. Because you obviously are not respecting me enough as a friend to not want to do that, to not want to say that. I don't understand.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Earlier you talked about dating Are you into online dating?
Of
And
course not.
if you are, have you online dating during Corona, COVID?
I don't take nobody online serious. Like, you can actually find love in the DMs, but these guys don't, like, I feel like they try to shoot their shot at every single woman and just hope that somebody's gonna respond back. And a lot of times these guys, they ain't it. I mean, you can still shoot your shot, but like, come with something, because you never know.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think guys got game anymore.
They don't. I'm just like, it's just, I think they way of game is like, come chill with me. Come chill with you. You have cash app. This is why I say, you got cash app. You gonna send me something? Yeah, $100 request to chill with Kyndra. That's how much it, like. Come on now.
Request these DM. Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah, man, because you never know who you chilling with. For real, you can DM all these girls and you gonna DM the right one and she gonna be a serial killer.
They don't care. That's why I don't pay no mind, honey.
Have you ever been catfished?
No, I never. I don't have time for that. No, I've never been no catfish. I literally have been pretty good, because I can tell if somebody's real or fake.
Yes. You mentioned earlier that you still have like your regular job while you're doing the comedy and building your brand. Can you express to everyone how important it is to keep your day job until like you start making the money you need to pursue your brand full time?
I mean, you could quit your job, but like, I mean, that's up to you. Do you, like, come on now? Just cause you made a couple special appearances on Saturday Night Live don't mean that you made it. You still have to have something to fall back on. Invest your money. Like, I would love to actually be able to quit my job and not have to go work at that Jeremy ass airport no more. I would love that, but at the same time, like, until I get notoriety, because that's what it is. You have to have some form of notoriety. You have to have people requesting to book you as much as often. Maybe that's why people start OnlyFans, because these celebrities they really broke. Maybe, or whatever. Like, lies in hip hop ain't paying no more, so let me go ahead and go here. But you have to keep your day job, especially the way. Listen, man, these bills are real. Unless you get lucky to go and hit the lottery, but you still have to fall. You still have to have like something saved up and invested in everything else. That's how I look at that.
How long have you been building your brand?
I would say since 2020 actually.
Oh, wow.
January 2020 was when I started, like, I revamped my YouTube, started better with my YouTube, started being a little bit more consistent, started reaching out to different podcasters, this is like throughout the year. I started showing love to men because I realized men will support you faster than women will support you. Women will support men faster than men will support men. So I started, it was really 2020. Now, of course, I posted my videos like in 2017 over here, but I didn't really start getting serious with it until it was 2020. Because I'm like, I got to do something. I'm like so happy COVID happened. Man, there was this accounting class. And I know for a fact if I would have taken it in person, would have failed. So we all passed together.
Mm.
How important do you think? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, COVID has just been like a blessing in many ways, for real. In terms of just trying to figure out, what your life is looking like, how you want to make it better and all that.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
How important would you say consistency is in building your brand?
You have to be consistent, because if you don't, then people are gonna, delete you and stop following you. Like, I'm at a point now where I do stuff Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Like, Mondays are me just dancing videos of me, pictures. I'm just saying, like, giving little announcement, saying something funny, like a quick 15-second video. Wednesdays are me posting either an interview or a podcast that I did, like I interviewed somebody or one of my episodes of my podcast. And Fridays are Kyndra Crump's public service ass whooping announcements. So actually what I'm going to do is after we get off this call, I'm going to pre-record and have the video ready for tomorrow. You know, because I used to do it after I got off work, but I'm like, no, let me do it like have it first thing in the morning. So I actually have it down pat, because I used to like post only like twice a week, and people were like, oh, I didn't know that you were still posting. I was like, oh my gosh, I had to speed it up Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And if you don't, then you gonna have your audience, hey man, when's the video? Like I'm like, bro, like running out of ideas here, okay? So why don't you be my ghostwriter? Make a video for me and send it over to me. Gosh.
So like what times like in your life do you feel like you're the funniest? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have like a certain routine maybe that gets you like in a mood to just make people laugh?
I just all day, every day. Like I can literally find humor in everything. I don't take nothing seriously. Like, people watching is hilarious, especially at the airport. I see these people, these white folks with their dogs and carriages. I'm like, look at this fool. Look at this. Making a joke about it. One of my coworkers, the way that they coming in dressed. One of my coworkers, he looks like a retired basketball player. He's only 30. I'm like, bro, what's going on with your hair, man? Static shock looking ass. I talk about my mother. I'm like, Mom, she be wearing purple. I'm like, Mom, your outfit look like expired lean, man. Take it off. All right.
Mama.
My mom looks like a backwards question mark. That's true life. So that's there to answer your question.
No, I can see you like battling and like just like cracking on like.
I could, but I'm not that good. Like I tried, but I wasn't good with roasting. I wasn't good with the yo mama jokes. What I would do with the yo mama jokes, I would get flamed on a Monday, go home on Tuesday, memorize 3 off the internet, go back to school, hit them with 3 good ones, and then they hit me with 6 good ones. I'm like, I quit yo mama jokes.
Oh man, what kind of school did you go to? Like, what was the demographics?
My first elementary, so I skipped pre-K, went to kindergarten. It was like a black. I had a couple of white students in there, but it was like the uppity black. Then first grade, I went to a lower class black. Everybody was in there, had gold and silver caps in their mouth. It was a hooded school I went to in elementary. Went back to the uppity black school. Then middle school was like more of a mixed demographics. Some part of middle school. The next year in 7th grade, I went to all black, lower class, black neighborhood area. Then high school went to more of a mix, but it was like rich type of mixed demographics and stuff.
Oh, okay. So you've been around all kinds, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had like some, Hispanics as well. So I like that versus just only having one type of demographics your entire life.
Got you. Yeah. Because I know, like when I was coming up, man, like if you was around like black folk, because I feel like black folk done changed. Because back in the day, like black folk was ruthless.
They are. Talking about your hair nappy and everything else like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that was back before, like dark was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like if you were dark skinned, like it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like if your mama was big, like it was a wrap. Like black folk would go in on you. But I feel, we done got more polite, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, we have. We really have.
Yeah, we ain't that bad no more, white people. And black people, because I was talking to my mama and her non-boyfriend today, and they were saying like back in the day, like we'd be scared of our own folk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it was too many black folks, it was like, hold up now, hold up, you know. But I don't really feel like it. I don't feel like it's that way anymore. We pretty.
Yeah, we're okay. We're definitely like a lot better than what we come, you know. So I'm glad we have definitely changed, you know. So, you know, I guess it doesn't matter what shade of, you know, your complexion is, you're loved by all.
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely changed. That's a good thing.
What do you plan to buy when you make your first meal?
You will see when it happens. I always learn to move in silence. Come on now, come on. That was a trick question. I see what you're trying to do there. A trick question. No, I mean,
I'm speaking into an existence.
I mean, I already listen. I gave it to God. It's in my head. It's in my head. It's in my head. So if you see me with a pack of hoes, mind your business. That probably wasn't the first thing I bought, but it was something I bought at some point. I'll tell you that.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got any other questions?
Y'all can always bring it on for a part 2. I know y'all trying to like, you know, end this at
no, we're gonna definitely part 2 it. We just gotta make sure we get your social medias in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all let you shout out all your endeavors so that everybody who tunes into our podcast can tune into yours as well.
All right, I'm ready. You want me to tell it now?
Go ahead.
All right, y'all can catch me at somebody's corner. All right, any day of the week. But no, my Instagram is Idolized Dynasty, IDOLIZE DYNASTY. My YouTube is Kyndra Crump, KYNDRA, space people, space. CRUM as in Mary, P as in Paul, so KYNDRA, CRUMP. Let's see, I was going to give y'all my Facebook, but I just don't like it when I get one African request and I accept it and the whole village comes. So I'm deleting all y'all. Let's see. That's it. I would give y'all my Twitter handle, but I mean, it's Idolized Dynasty, but I don't be tweeting that much. I'm not a Twitter person. I tweet once a week, you know, so that's it. That's it. Thank you all for having me. This is fun.
Thank you for reaching out and actually showing up. We really appreciate that.
Of course I was going to show up. I'm not one of those people. Like, I hate when my thing is, I feel like your credit score should go down when you try to like make a promise and you can't keep it. Like if you like, I hate people. This is my issue, having to do these pre-interviews with people. If y'all don't go Google me, why I gotta put on my white voice and put on my best behavior to try to see if I'm a good fit to be on your podcast? I don't have time for that, man. Just Google me, do your research, and then after that, you know, bring me on one time if you want to just say, okay, what would you like to talk about? Just maybe get a quick little feel of me. And after that, say, okay, you know what? You cool. I got a quick little feel, let you know you a real person. Bada boom, bada bing. That's it. What am I doing all this pre-interviewing for? You got to bring back for a second interview. Like, I hate jobs like that, man. Jobs, oh, well, we better bring you back for a second interview. Like, you got to, for what? I passed the first time. What's with these third or fourth interviews? Speaking of jobs, why did they make us work anything past 6 hours? What's the point of that? So dumb. And I hate, you know, I mean, I'm just saying, like, why can't, like, why do we work past 6 hours? Because if you work 8 to like 14 or 20 hours, you're gonna be tired. You come home, can't get intimate with your wife. Your wife tries to, you know, jump on you in the middle of the night. Your penis is tired from working all day. Like, you know, and it was just working with you. It wasn't doing nothing with nobody else. It was just working. It was tired. Damn, that's so dumb. All right. I'm done. Promise I'm done.
And that's the episode.